I begin with a solid 1¼ inch aluminum rod. From this I'm making the center, or the core, if you will, of this spinning top. And the outer ring of the top will be stainless steel. Once the diameter of the spindle is correct, then I'm going to drill and ream the center out of the spindle to reduce the mass in the portion of the top where it's simply not needed. Now that that's done, it's time to separate the core from the rod, and in machinist terms, this is called parting. Next is a 1¾ inch solid stainless steel rod from which I'm going to make the outer ring of the top. I'm turning the rod down just enough to get a nice finish on it. The actual outside dimension's not that important, but it'll be pretty close to the 1¾ inches. Now I start removing the center of the ring. Initially with drill bits, and then with a boring bar, I'm going to bring the inside diameter of the ring to within 1/1000th of an inch undersized compared to the outside diameter of the aluminum core. This will allow the two parts to be press fit together for a nice tight fit and a good looking finish. That's it, I'm on dimension, so now it's time to part the ring from the solid rod. After cleaning the ring up in the lathe, now it's time to go to the hydraulic press to join the two parts. I'm using a two-piece fixture that I made specifically for this purpose out of aluminum that helps align the parts and also protects the spindle from the ram of the press. And now that the two parts are nicely joined, it's back to the lathe. The next step is to make the bottom of the top flat. Then I'm going to machine a cone into which I'll put a round bottom hole, and that will hold a ball bearing on which the top is going to spin. This is a 1/4 inch tungsten carbide ball bearing. With progressively finer grades of emery cloth, I bring a nice finish to the bottom of the top and then polish it off with some metal polish for a nice mirror-like finish. Once the bottom is done, it's time to turn it around and go to work on the top. Now to shape the top of the top, I'm going to use a tool that I made just for this purpose. And this, as you can see, is a lot like turning wood on a wood lathe. So long as I take a nice, light, and easy cut, everything's going to go okay. The finish from hand turning is so fine that I'm able to go straight to 800 and then 1000 grit on the emery cloth, and then follow that up again with metal polish. Earlier and off camera, I had made a knurled sleeve that fits over the spindle, which I'm going to fix into place with Loctite. Then after a little cleanup of the edges, I'm done at the lathe. With just a few dabs of super glue applied with a toothpick, it's going to be time to set the ball into its place. And now, time for a quick test spin.